don't suppose you want to tell us what that is. Why'd they send you to this galaxy in the first place?
We are beacons on the road to enlightenment.
No, your dark side intergalactic encyclopedia salesman. Unfortunately, the Home Office hasn't been quite upfront with you.
Nice work in the metaphor, thank you.
So,
For starters, did you know that the Ori need people to worship them because that's how they gain their power? They didn't know. No, I didn't know that. No, it's true. We're not exactly sure how it works, but from what I've heard, they actually drain power from their followers. That's why they need worshipers.
you should talk to them about it next time you're home.
Yeah, we might do a better job explaining the process to you.
Ours is not to question, but to rejoice in their service, for they are perfection.
No, not really, because a perfect being wouldn't need to lie to ensure the loyalty of their followers. They wouldn't need to promise you ascension if they had no intention of delivering it.
Those who follow the path of righteousness shall be raised up high.
No, they won't. Because the Ori do not share power. They're using you.
There are suspected cases on the African continent. Some of the military leaders in the region have already declared martial law. Thank you, Chief.
Has he offered up anything?
No, sir. The man doesn't even have a decent pie crust. The Ori are not going to ascend you. They lied to you. And anyone else they could take advantage of.
Let not the words of deceivers lead you to doubt, though the enticements they offer cause you to stray.
Exactly. And the sad fact is you gave it all up for nothing. The life you had is gone. The Ori took it away from you.
Blessed are the true believers, for only they shall walk the path. And they shall be welcomed unto the realm of the Ori and made as one with them.
What did you leave behind? A wife? Children? I have a grown daughter. I wasn't around much when she was growing up. It's something I'll always regret. You ever think about your kids? The time you spent with them, things you used to do together before you threw it all away. But how would I know whether the Ori are ascending people or not? Truth is, I don't know for sure. But he does.
Hello, Damaris.
Who are you? How do you
No. Your entire life was an open book to me the moment you set foot in this galaxy. I was once ascended, but I took this form because it was the only way to warn the humans about the Ori. Since I made that decision, I've paid a heavy price in terms of the effect it's had on my mind. The memories I've lost.
life and death, light and darkness, hope and despair? The rift was created, and on that day the Ori were born.
But every so often, something will stir in me. And if I push myself hard enough, I'll remember one more time before it leaves me forever. Your name, Damaris, your wife, Adina, your sons, Jaden and Alon.
But the hatred of those who strayed from the true path, festered and bloomed in the dark corners of the Avernicus to which they have been cast.
And the fact that the Ori have never ascended any of their followers.
And consumed by this hatred, they poisoned all they touched, bringing death, darkness, and despair.
You know that as an ancient, I wouldn't lie to you.
And the souls of their victims knew no peace until the Ori came and whispered to them, sleep, for the end draws near. On that day, all will rejoice, the Ori come and lay them low.
I'm fine. What was he saying?
He just told you why the Ori are on their way to this galaxy. They're coming to destroy the ancients.
We truly lived as slaves for so long that we must fear being free.
It has nothing to do with freedom. Enlightenment is just within our reach.
Or so the Ori would have us believe.
Why have you led me here?
I thought it fitting that on this day when we must sacrifice our short-lived freedom, Let me do so here, at the site of the battle of Sayin, where your father gave his life for this very cause. You began to doubt the Goa'uld long before this rebellion took shape, Garrick. It was your father's death at their hands that led you to question what God is so deserving of my worship.
You were not the one who was chosen. You did not witness the wonders I beheld.
Did they raise the dead, heal the sick and wounded, destroy their enemy with but a wave of their hand?
The Goa'uld deceived us. The Ori's power so pure.
What is the measure of a god, Garrick? Is it the scope of their power or how they choose to wield that power? Would a god who is prepared to lead us on the path of enlightenment so contradict this divine benevolence by destroying all those who refuse to believe in him?
Those who refuse to believe must die.
I understand how difficult this must be for you, Garrick. Nearing your final years, you so desperately long for the enlightenment that we all seek. This is not the way to save yourself.
I only wanted to avoid bloodshed.
Stay this course, and you will have no choice but to spill the blood of your brothers. And you may start with me. For if I have a choice between resistance or returning to the life of slavery, then I choose to die free.
Telling you I'm fine. Carolyn, can you tell these people I'm fine?
You're not fine. Your blood work came back positive. You have the virus.
I'm done. But I will die free.
What the hell just happened?
I thought the Ori weren't able to take action in this galaxy without inciting the ancients.
They can't. It must have been some sort of physiological failsafe they put in place when they made the Orion. And the event date returned.
They're normalizing it worked.
The final death toll of the pandemic has been estimated at a little over 3,000 worldwide, but health officials are quick to point out that it could have been much worse. As distribution of the vaccine continues, many have begun to ask how this could have happened in the first place, and more to the point, where did this virus originate?
We were lucky. There might not be someone like Garrick to help us next time.
It wasn't just Garrick. He cured the people on the base. From them, we were able to isolate an antibody and manufacture a vaccine using Orland's formula. Thanks to Orland's work, we should be able to prevent the virus from attacking us this way again.
Oh, I reckon they got a pretty wide repertoire.
The Ori will undoubtedly view this defeat as nothing more than a minor setback. It will not be enough to dissuade them from continuing their incursion into this galaxy.
Certainly not their end game is to destroy the ancients.
Given the fact that they're personally threatened, do you think the ancients will take measures to defend themselves?
If it comes to that, it's possible, but I think we're a long way from the Ori posing the ancients a serious threat.
No, they're just a threat to everyone else in the galaxy. So how's Orland?
The Ori's promises are hollow. We have learned from the ancients that they are not sending their followers.
Do you expect us to take your word for this?
One of the ancients returned to human form to warn us that the Ori gain strength by sapping the power from their followers. That is why they seek our support. The Ori are not some benevolent gods offering the path of enlightenment. They are but manipulative beings who will use you and discard you once you have served their purpose.
Enough.
They are no better than the Goa'uld.
Enough! The Goa'uld are imposters. But the Ori are the real gods. Behold the gift.